Hello, in this video we will teach you how to be successful in life and always have peace. So please subscribe to our channel before starting the video and share it with others if possible. 1. Knowing God in the progress of science. Pretend that a friend has come from a trip and has brought a book as a present for you. He says that it is an excellent book because the author of this book is full of information by a very great scholar who is accurate, an expert and a genius in his own field. You will most certainly not study this book carelessly, rather you will concentrate on every sentence, and even the choice of words made, and if there be a sentence there that you do not understand, perhaps, you will spend hours and even days, whenever you can, studying it until the meaning of it becomes clear to you. Why? Because the author of this book is not a normal average person, but rather a great scholar who considers every word he uses carefully. But if the opposite were true, and they had said to you, this book may appear to be beautiful and pleasing on the outside, but the author is not very literate, and he has no base in science, and has not taken any care, it is clear that you will only quickly glance at the book, and wherever you found something unclear in it, you would say, this is because the author was uninformed, and it is a waste of time for a person to study this. The world of creation is like a great book, in which every creature forms a word or sentence in that, from the point of view of a person who worships God. Every atom of this universe is worthy of study. A person who has faith in the ray of the light of worshipping God will make use of a special sense of curiosity in studying the secrets of creation. And it is this very fact which helps science and human knowledge to progress, because he knows that the creator of this universe has endless knowledge and power, and everything he does is based on a wisdom and a philosophy. Thus, he studies with greater care, more profoundly, in order to be able to understand the secrets better. But a materialist has no reason to discover the secret of creation, for he believes that nature is senseless. If we look at the work of a materialist scholar, it is in the same rank, because he accepts God, but calls him nature. Why? Because he accepts an order and a program in nature. 2. Knowing God, endeavoring and hope. Whenever a difficult and complicated event takes place in the life of a human being, whenever all doors are somehow closed, one senses weakness, hopelessness and loneliness. When confronted by these difficulties, a person with faith in God then seeks his help, which he gives. A person who has faith in God does not see himself or herself as being alone or powerless. He or she does not despair. He or she does not sense weakness or inability, because God is above all difficulties, and everything is easy for him. With hope in his kindness, support, and help, he or she will struggle against the difficulty, and will use all of his or her energies. With love and hope, one will continue his or her endeavors and efforts, and will overcome the difficulty. Yea, faith in God is a great place of refuge for a human being. Faith in God is the substance of perseverance and steadfastness. Faith in God always keeps hope in hearts alive. Because of this, individuals with faith never attempt to commit suicide, because attempts at suicide come from despair, a complete lack of hope, and a feeling of having failed. But individuals with faith neither lose hope nor do they sense failure. 3. Knowing God and the sense of responsibility. We know a doctor who, when poor people visit him, not only does he not get money from them for the visit, but he gives them money and drugs, and if he senses a danger for that person, he will stay all night in his home. These are people who worship God and have faith, but we also know a doctor who, until the money of the visit is not paid, he will not take the first step for the sick person because he does not have a strong faith. A person who has faith, no matter what his or her profession is, senses responsibility, knows his or her duties, does good, readily forgives, and constantly sees a spiritual policeman within his or her soul, who watches over one's deeds. But people who lack faith are selfish and dangerous. People who have no sense of responsibility, oppression, suppression and aggression against the rights of others is easy for them, and they are less prepared to do good. 4. Knowing God and peacefulness. Psychologists say that mental and psychological diseases are greater in our time than in any other. They say that one of the factors is anxiety over future events, anxiety over death, anxiety over war, and anxiety of fear and failure. They add, among the things which can take anxiety away from a person's spirit is faith in God, because whenever an anxiety wants to penetrate one's spirit, faith in God pushes it away. A God who is kind, a God who helps one meet one's needs, a God who is aware of his servants' condition, and if they turn towards him, he helps them and frees them from anxiety. Because of this, a real believer always has a sense of peacefulness, and no anxiety exists within his or her spirit. Whatever such a person does is for God. Even if one suffers a loss, one seeks its replacement from him. Such a person even enters the war front with a smile. The Holy Quran says, "It is those who believe and confuse not their beliefs with oppression that are truly in peacefulness, for they are on right guidance." If you like our video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with others if possible.